Hey, Landon, and just competing against, Pete Gold and this defense in practice, every day, how does he go about making sure that not only you guys are prepared, but the defense he coaches is prepared day in and day out?
So I think for us, I mean, every day at practice when we go, you know, against our defense, it's not only the coaches, it's the players giving a good look every rep. And I think that's the biggest part because as long as you have guys that are going full speed, getting pretty much game speed type reps, you're going to get better. You're going to figure out, what techniques work, what doesn't, and it just kind of helps you develop better overall as a player.
Charlie Potter, over to you.
Hey, Landon, just how would you assess the run game through the first two games?
Uh, Disappointing. In all honesty, as an offensive lineman, you know, run game is kind of what we pride ourselves on, and the past two games have honestly been disappointing as an offensive lineman. I think the biggest takeaways for us are, we're close on a lot of things. A lot of details and a lot of cleanup need to happen before we can really have a great run game, and that's something we just have to improve on every day in practice.
Tony Sakalis, you're up.
Landon, have you guys worked on any like wet ball drills to prepare for the possible weather? And then also, just as an offensive lineman and with the running game, probably how much do you like playing in these kind of like high weather games, a lot of rain and stuff?
So, as you guys know, I am a business administration major. I'm not a meteorologist, so I can't tell you what's going to happen Saturday, but whatever the game circumstances are, we'll be prepared for it.
Michael Casagrande, go ahead.
All right. Well, in the past, have you ever played in a game like this, a hurricane kind of game, or a big driving rainstorm, or what's that like if you have?
I think every football player has played in the rain. It's just kind of part of the game. You just have to expect it and be prepared for it. Oh, yeah. I mean, in practice, even if it's as long as the conditions are all right, no lightning or anything, conditions are safe. Coach will keep us in the rain so we can actually practice under those kind of conditions.
All right, over to James Ogletree.
Yeah, Landon, kind of as a follow-up on the run game, yards per carry doesn't really tell the whole story there. Is there something that maybe people aren't realizing about the way that defenses are playing you guys in the run game, or what more to the story is there than the yards per carry and just looking at the box score?
In reality, doesn't involve defense or anybody else. It falls on us. Whether you look at yards per carry, total rushing yards, whatever stat you want to look at, it revolves around us. You can't let other people control what you're going to do. So at the end of the day, it's what we have to work on as offensive line and as offense, and it's just something that we personally need to handle. It doesn't matter, what opponent we play. It shouldn't matter what kind of defense they run, what scheme they run. We should be able to accomplish what we want to accomplish.
Patrick, over to you.
Got it. Hey, Landon, just kind of piggybacking on the weather stuff. Don't want to wear this out, but you mentioned that every football player has played in the rain. Are those the kind of games like you enjoy playing in? Do you like it when it gets messy and sloppy, and to where you can just probably lean on that running game to kind of survival of the fittest kind of thing, I guess?
I mean, no matter what conditions, rain, sun, snow, anything, I enjoy any time I'm on the field with a football. So I don't know if that really answers your question. It really doesn't matter to me what the circumstances are. Every time I go out on that field and play, I'm happy about it.
Brett Hudson, you have the next question.
Yeah, Landon, I'm curious what you thought of Emil's performance over the first two games. There was a lot of competition to be the fifth starter on the offensive line. What do you think he did to separate himself from the other viable candidates there?
I think Emil's done a great job of being consistent when it comes to practice and in games. He's a smart guy. He's a physical guy. He's a tough guy. I think that's kind of what separated him as we got farther along, into camp and closer to the season. He's been a great guy to play beside. He communicates well. He gets his job done, and that's about all I can ask from the guy playing beside me.
Mike Rodak, you're up.
I think after Mac threw his interception on Saturday, he completed 9 of his next 10 passes and obviously finished the game pretty well, one might say. So just what was his demeanor like on the sideline in the huddle after that mistake, and just how do you think he handles when he does make a mistake, or even in that case wasn't his fault necessarily?
Mac does a great job of next play mentality. For him, you can't really change the past, so he just looked at it as an opportunity to learn from, and he moved on from it and then made corrections and got better as the game went on. That's just something we all try to pride ourselves on, is you can't let things that have already happened affect how you're going to play the next play.
Back over to Stephen Smith.
Landon, as fun as it is to have guys like Jalen Water and Devontae Smith, when you get a third guy like John Mechie to do what he did against Texas A&M as an offensive lineman, how much fun is it to watch a third guy start to blossom in this receiver room?
I enjoy everybody that has success on this team, offense, defense, special teams, whatever it may be. Working with Mechie in the offseason, seeing how he really prided himself on doing everything from weight room to running to improving overall. For me, it's just great to know that he's reaping the benefits of all the hard work that he's put in.
These will be the final couple questions coming up. Back over to Charlie Potter.
Hey, Landon, just what have you seen from Ole Miss defense during film study? What stands out about that group?
Ole Miss has a pretty solid defense. Their interior guys look pretty big and strong. DNs look fairly athletic. Linebackers are athletic. The group seems to have a good amount of veterans on it, guys that have played a good amount of football. From what I can tell, they seem to get off the ball good. They have a good motor, seem to play smart, have a lot of defensive schemes that, are helpful to them to get off blocks. But overall, I think they're a really solid defense, and I think they have, it's going to be a good competition.
We'll wrap it up with Patrick.
Landon, how enjoyable is it to play with a guy like Mac, who seems to have so much fun playing this game?
I think we all really enjoy playing this game. I mean, you can see small glimpses of it throughout any game we play. The little things are kind of what, we get excited about. And I think, if you don't enjoy every second you're spending, whether it's here practicing or on the field or with your teammates, then, I don't know why you'd be playing football, because that's what this is really about. It's team sport, and, we're all excited for everything that everybody does. When someone does a great thing, it helps all of us.